Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. For those of you returning, welcome back. And for those of you that are new, hello, my name is Erica. I'm a homeschool and homemaking mama of 5. And as I've said before, a lot of that is not exactly accurate. I don't really do as much homemaking anymore. I work full time. Well, just about. I work from home 2 days a week, and then I go to the office the other 3. My husband's been picking up a lot of slack around the house lately, so he's actually going to be in this video doing quite a few things. It's going to start out with me, but this week just got away with us. We started on a project on our porch, and then we had my 16-year-old's birthday party. So we had all that going, and then there was some other stuff, and I'm sure as I ramble, it'll all, come back to me. So this is my bedroom. The messy side is mine. So if you guys have been here a minute, you know I've really struggled with my side of the bed. It got better, then it got worse, then it got better, and now as you can see, we're back to the worst part again. It's currently messy again as well, so I guess it's time to rethink the nightstand. But anyway, so I'm just putting my bed together. I always feel like there's a focal point of each room that once you get that particular item tackled, the rest of it kind of falls into place. And for the bedroom, I can't think of there being any other place than the bed. It takes up the most space. But maybe if there's something different in your bedroom that you get done, maybe like a chair that's covered with laundry, or like a footstool, or not a footstool, like a trunk or something at the end. It could be different things. But for me, it is most definitely my bed. Okay, so I have a question for you ladies. So I just hit 40 this year, and the last 2 years, I have noticed that when I sleep, I wake up freaking hot as can be. It is just absolutely ridiculous. And I thought maybe it would get better. I've lost 40 pounds in the last year and a half. So, I feel like I shouldn't be that hot in my sleep. So I'm assuming maybe it's like a hormonal thing, or maybe premenopause, or I don't know. Does anybody have any answers for this or something, or give me some solution? I don't know. I'm at the point where I'm looking at cooling mattresses and the cooling covers, because I'll start out really comfortable, kind of cool. We've got a fan going. I've even turned my air conditioner down. I know it's been a lot hotter recently. Right now, it's like the devil's poop chute hot, and I'm so over it. But at night, even when it's comfortable, I am still just I wake up just miserably hot. So that's the only thing I could come up with. So my oldest son left his car here at our house, and it's completely junked. You could fix it up if you wanted, but it doesn't have a title. He can't drive it anymore. He doesn't want to drive it anymore. But it looked like a hobo's car there for a while. He had a whole bunch of stuff left in it. Well, we finally found somebody to take it away, but we needed to get all the stuff out. So my daughter went out there and pulled everything out, and I washed all the stuff in there, but now I don't know where to put it. Um, he works so much that we never really get to see him anymore. He's about an hour away, and I've got to do something. That's what that big pile of stuff is up there, and there's a whole bunch of stuff on it on my laundry room floor, and I need to just take it up there. That way I get to see him and give him this stuff. Okay, so this is over several different days. As you guys notice, my outfits changed. My outfits also changed too, because I went running. We've been doing that a lot lately. My time is getting a lot better. Some days I love to run trails. That's my favorite thing to do. But we've got 2 5Ks that we signed up for, and we're super excited about that. One is in October, one is in September. And the one in September is in the capital, Charleston, and it's a glow run for recovery. So you run at night, and I guess you have glow sticks and stuff on, but it's real fun to get to run through the city. So we're really looking forward to that. My kids are going to do that with us. And then the next one is called the Macho Man Run. And my husband said he sent me a whole list of 5Ks, and he's like, pick one. So I picked the goofiest looking one. So I have no clue what it's for, but I'm really excited for that to be our health goals. I realize that I have to set goals for myself, something like that, to keep me in order, keep me in line to, want to keep working out, because now I've been doing it for about 2 months, And that's usually about the time where I start to kind of slack off and get a little bit bored. But now that I know I have these things coming up, it's kind of in the back of my mind. Okay, Erica, well, you gotta keep doing it even if you don't feel like it. So I'm still using this pink stuff. I definitely don't like it anymore. I don't know how that works, that it started out so great and now that it stinks. So it must have just been my perception. I must have been blind when I first used it, like, just thinking that, oh, this is just great. And it is definitely not. So this new mop that I got, I absolutely love it because when I use it in my bathroom, I can just pull the wash thing off and just wash it. It's fantastic. And it came with like 2 other washable pads that you just take off and redo. So all right, y'all, this is my weekly grocery haul. Spent $123 and I did Walmart pickup. Again, everything was good. Nothing was out of stock. I'll just briefly show you guys what I have. A lot of it y'all notice is repeats. I do have ADHD. Apparently one of the things is you get stuck on something and you eat it over and over again until you get sick of it. I don't know if that's true or not. I do it a lot. So you guys will notice there's a couple things that you'll see me buy every week and then I never eat again. Okay, so a gallon of milk for the kiddos. Jeremy has really been liking these. I always like these, like the strawberry banana. I like these. This is my big sweet kick right now. I let myself have one of those with a cup of coffee. Green beans. It's always a good vegetable for us. Joe loves his sloppy joes. If you guys have been here a little bit, he calls them sloppy hoes, but he always has to tell me it's the garden tool. Because I tried to explain to him that's not exactly the most appropriate word, but you know how kids are. Honeycrisp apples, we like these big ones. Lettuce, forgot what that was. Lettuce for Haley. I got this to put in my Red Bull. I didn't realize it was energy, but I was trying to find just regular cherry, but they have black cherries, so that's okay. Jeremy and I drink a lot of unsweetened almond milk. We put it in our protein shakes. This, oh my gosh, is so good. Jeremy likes it, the kids like it. It's not too spicy, it's perfect. So we've been doing this. I've been cooking it. I'm trying to cook dinner a little bit more. It's usually stuff that's really easy to put together. So I usually make this and a loaf of bread and some green beans. The grand prep time for me is like 10 minutes. Now the cook time's obviously a lot longer, so it's easier, if I've got time at home, which on Tuesdays and Thursdays when I work from home I do. So that's the kind of stuff I've been trying to do. So when I say quick and easy, what I mean is it's super easy, maybe not necessarily quick. Jeremy and I really like these. I got Joe a couple of these. I stopped myself before I realized I was getting too many and he already had way too many. Hamburger buns for Sloppy Joes. So I bought like a 30 pound thing of hamburger meat. We froze most of it. I'm starting to realize I am picky with my hamburger buns. I don't like the cheap ones anymore. I would prefer to have these. I got the kids a loaf of wheat bread, 1 tomato, but then I realized I think my neighbor brought me a whole bunch from her garden, so we'll do something with it. I like these for breakfast. I did wear myself out of these and then I thought I'd try them again because I've been having a hard time finding something to eat for breakfast on the mornings that I run. And these for my coworker / 6th child. All right, so that is $123 at Walmart. We have a lot of groceries from where I stocked up at Sam's last week. And so, this haul was a little bit small, but that's okay. All right, there we go. So my husband got up Sunday morning and decided he wanted to clean the kitchen, and I definitely didn't argue with him. So that's what's going on here. He does things a little differently than I do, but you know what? I'm just going to be grateful. That's all I can be, right? Just grateful. Everybody has a different way of doing stuff, and that's fine. So yeah, here he got everything together. This, like I said, this was Sunday morning, and I'm not gonna lie, I was asleep, y'all. So Jeremy works about 15 minutes from our house, and I work about an hour from our house. So a lot of times he gets home before, when I have to drive to work, he definitely gets home before I do. So he's taken over a lot of the household duties when I'm not here, and it has been fantastic. So I guess this is just something now we take turns on the weekends. And if I'm being honest, the turns usually end up being his more than mine. I don't know how that's worked out, but I probably do need to put a little bit more effort into that. Not that he said anything. He's great with it. So we had decided to, I think it was, I don't know what day it was last week, but I was like, I'd really like to have our swing from the back porch onto the front porch. So he went and did that for me. But the problem was we had this like plastic awning. So I had this idea for him to just pull it off and just kind of have our rafters exposed. And I got to say, I'm really, really pleased with it. I've got a feeling that when you guys see it, there might be a little bit of like, oh my gosh, why'd you do that? But I am really, really tickled with it. And I'm excited for you guys to see that. So the dishes in the house, well, actually, the kitchen, I have to say, getting back to what's going on here, my kids normally keep the kitchen clean during the week. They do really well with that. So this isn't something that he and I really do a lot of either. So I think that has a lot to do with why he doesn't mind to do it either. So all of my coffee cups, you guys know I'm real particular about those. I like to wash those by hand. So I guess I feel like I need to be clear just because it's a really odd world and some people have, real strict feelings on this and all that. But just to be clear, for starters anyway, everybody's household works different. And some people are great splitting up chores. Some people are great one person doing chores and one person doing something else. As for my house, I've stayed at home for the past 10 years. So I've always done most of the stuff in the house and I've been fine with it. Anytime I've ever needed help though, my husband's always chipped in and done his part. So if it seems like I'm like, woohoo, I am excited that he does do stuff like this. Now, if you listen to him tell it, he'll be like, I'm supposed to do this stuff. I don't need a thank you. I don't need a, whatever. So, but I feel, again, I know I've said this multiple times, but I always kind of feel like a household, you kind of look at it like a mathematical equation. If you're going to talk about fair. So he, brought the money in for the longest time. So I felt like I needed to keep up with the house and all that stuff. But now that we're both kind of doing, he still does work a little bit more out of the house than I do as far as actual time. But it does take me about, an hour to get home. So now it's just a matter of whoever's at the house does the work. So that just works out well. Now, if I'm at home and I'm working from home, like I do still kind of have to watch my time and be careful. I don't particularly enjoy working from home, and that is a big part of it. Like I feel like if I'm sitting there on my computer trying to do some stuff, like if there's a load of laundry just sitting over in the corner mocking me, it's really difficult to focus. I have an office that I put together, but my kids are here in the house and Joe and I do homeschool stuff, and so it's kind of hard to really go back there. And I will if I've got some private phone calls I have to make or anything that involves, a door being shut. But for the most part, I will sit out in the living room, kind of Joe keep me company, that type of stuff. But so with that being said, I don't particularly enjoy working from home, but that's just where we're at right now. So I think things will be switching up a little bit different here in a couple months. I'm not going to go into too much detail about that. Nothing, just because I don't exactly know what it means. It's all good stuff here, but nothing is set in stone right this minute. So, but we'll have some little bit of change up down the road. But anyway, so here's Jeremy again. Like I said, just cleaning up the kitchen. He was showing y'all some recovery roasts that we bought from the coffee shop down the road because I ran out of coffee. I don't know how that happened. I normally have mine on a subscribe and save from Amazon, and I get the McDonald's roast. I guess I just don't drink that much coffee anymore. I'm actually down to like 1, maybe 2 cups a day. I did a coffee fast a while back, and then I got Invisalign. And if you've ever had Invisalign, you know that it is impossible to drink coffee without taking them out and then putting them back in. Otherwise, it'll warp them and it'll stain them. So I've just been drinking stuff, pretty much water and, my Red Bulls through a straw. So anyway, we ran out of coffee, which was really funny. So anyway, we got this recovery roast. It obviously is what it says. The proceeds go to help, with recovery. If you're new here and you wonder why I keep mentioning recovery, that's because it is a huge, huge part of my life and my family's life. That's actually, I work at a addiction recovery resource center. Specializes obviously in substance abuse disorder. So my sister is a recovered addict, and she's actually now my boss. So here is on to what we're doing. Here's that awning I was showing you, and I think you can see it pretty well, but it's like warped. Jeremy had already started taking it down, but I thought it looked really bad. And I thought it would look really cute to have the rafters explode. I want to say rafters, and I keep wanting to say exploded. Rafters exposed is what I mean. Okay, so anyway, Jeremy pulled all of it down. It's fairly easy to put back up if we just decide that we hate it, or if we ever go to sell the house and we think that we want it up there. But he pulled it all down. He put my swing up for me. He's got some lights. We found this really, really cute fan. I am super pleased with it. We don't get to finish it in this video because we still have to stain the deck. But yeah, this is what I'm doing right here. I am staining the ceiling. I have never stained a ceiling before, so we're just gonna kind of wing it. And you can see my ADHD at work right here. My husband was laughing because he came out and it's like, I started in one area, then I went to another, then I started in another area, then I went to another. And I have never worked with stain before as far as going up. I've always worked with it going down. So I didn't know what to do. And if you guys can see, I've got that, I came up with a garbage bag on my hand to keep it from like dripping all over my hand, because I looked like I had gotten into a huge fight by the time I was done. I had so much stain all over me. It was ridiculous. I'd keep getting up and going down. Here's another thing too. I apparently have no concept of time, because I thought, oh, this will only take me like maybe 30 minutes, an hour tops. You guys, 5 hours later of work between me and my husband, it's still not finished. So yeah, the stain I picked, I got a transparent stain. It's a stain and sealer. Pardon me. I wanted it to be dark, but I'm actually really pleased with what I had. I figured transparent, obviously I know what it means, so I thought it was going to be, or it was semi-transparent, so I thought there was going to be a little bit more color to it than there actually was, but that's great because I like it. Here you can see where it's dried, and it looks a lot prettier. This is the next day. So Michael put the fan up. Actually, this is 2 days later because we were gone that Sunday. And Jeremy wired it. It's still a little coal miner rigged, but that's okay. If you guys are familiar, it's always funny. We call it coal mining. You can always tell when a coal miner's lived somewhere because they've got electrical tape around something, or there's some kind of like something is put together in a really odd fashion. My husband actually was a coal miner for probably about 15 years, so he's obviously not underground anymore. I don't know why it's obvious that he's not underground anymore. Maybe because I don't talk about it being underground. I don't know. Anyway, so absolutely love the way this turned out. It's not finished, but we're getting close there. And you know, that evening, he hung all these lights up for me. I didn't think to take a picture of it or even a video, so y'all have to see what it looks like during the day. But anyway, so now you're going to see Jeremy come up here and he starts finishing up some of the stain. So my husband's obviously much taller than I am, and he got, a lot more done, but there's still quite a bit left to do. So our home is a double wide. I believe it was manufactured in, I want to say 1997, but I think it may have been 2007. I'm not sure. There have been 2 other families that have lived here before, so the double wide itself is in really good condition. We've done a lot of stuff to it. We're in the process of trying to kind of update it a little bit. We put new floors in since we moved in. We've done a lot of new trim, but then there's a lot of stuff that we've still just kind of half-butted. But the porch, there really didn't need to be anything done to it. We just had a new roof put on our house. So I think the next thing that we're going to do as far as outside goes, I need to paint all of our shutters black. Our roof is black, so that's why that's why I was going to go with that color. All right, y'all. So you know when the clothes come out, this is telling you that the video is starting to wind down. I've been trying to do these like super fast because I think they're really neat that way. And I think when they're really long, they're kind of boring. If that is not the case, let me know. But I want to thank you guys so much for choosing my video for your cleaning motivation, or if you're just wanting to see what's going on here. I love you guys so much. Appreciate every one of you guys. You all are awesome. You make me feel incredibly blessed. I hope wherever y'all are at, you are having an awesome and a blessed one. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love y'all. Bye.